So I was trying to figure out, like, well, what about those relays? What they for? What they do? What they do? What they for?
Don't feel bad when I'm down, I'ma be okay. This Ray gon' come right back around and smack the BOA. Only the members don't come round if you a down one. We go back like Tom Brady on a shotgun. Knew I was finna be great when I came out the wound. They hate that I'm a butterfly that came out that cocoon.
YouTube. I feel like Ice Cube right now, man. Today was a good day. Oh, man. So, check this out, bruh. I'm in this bad boy. As you can see, I done took that fuse out. Well, fuse box, I done took that apart. I done took out the BCM, the ECM, all this stuff, man. And I'm gonna give y'all the symptoms so y'all know what to look for when if you have a Nissan in general, Nissan Infiniti, and it's doing the same thing, the stuff to look for. Now, what was going on when you push this button here? Well, that's the actual ignition button. You see the radio and stuff come on. You push it again, all the lights come on in the dash. But the thing that got me from the jump, the fans come on. It has electric fans, and they come on their own, and they'll run. So I told my brother-in-law and my father-in-law, I was like, it shouldn't do that. And I asked them, I was like, hey, do the fans normally come on when you just turn on the ignition switch? And to my understanding, they was like, nah, it just started doing that. So I knew that was a problem. Fans only supposed to come on when the car is, you know, up to temperature. It was cold and the fan spinning, you know, fan full blast. So I was like, that ain't supposed to be like that. So if your Infiniti won't start and your fans come on as soon as you hit the ignition button, red flag. Pay attention to stuff like that. Also, we went down to the obd2 port under the bottom right here. Try to pull a code out of it. It kept saying no link. It will not link up to my obd2 scanner. So I was like, man, it had me thinking my scanner didn't work. So I put my scanner back on my car and it worked fine. So I was like, I knew my scanner worked. So 2 signs. Fans come on when you hit the ignition switch, and you can't get the dang on obd2 port to pick up your scanner. Red flags right there. So I checked the BCM, the ECM, this dang on fuse panel down here. Look, this thing right here, if you take it off, just to let y'all know, there are relays and stuff in the back. And I was thinking maybe, you know, maybe a relay or something went out. I'm trying to get it to spin around, but I got it wired up. I don't want to rip no wires. But you can see those blue, these are all relays. So I was trying to figure out, like, well, what about those relays? What they for? What they do? What they do? What they for? You know what I'm saying? I done pulled out and checked with a multimeter every single fuse on this dang on car. From here, also if you go, as you can see now, that fan ain't blowing right now. I would show y'all the symptoms, but I fixed it and I'm scared to tear it apart. And
Do it! Just do it!
so we got fuses all up in here, a couple relays, and also this box right here is called the IPDM. The IPD dang on M, man. It's sit to the side right here, to the left of the battery. Remember, it's to the left of the battery. And it sits on this bracket. I took it off so I can work with it. Pulled all the fuse. This is a new one. And I'm gonna tell you why I got a new one. I was doing a whole lot of guesswork, man. But this is the new one. On the old one, I pulled all the fuses out, checked them visually and with a multimeter. All these fuses right here. Don't forget, on your power, what you call it, dang on thing, man, terminal, you also got a fuse plate right here. You got these connectors under here. Checked all this stuff, man, and I checked it over and over again. There's another fuse box right here. Looked all up in there. This was saying horn and what that say, power window. So I knew that would keep the car from starting. So long story short, this box right here is the IPDL box. This memo gemma powers up the BCM and the ECM. My BCM was working. All the BCM just controls dome lights, windows, power seats, alarm, security system, all that kind of stuff. So all that was working. My key fob, everything was working. So I was like, you know, what's going on? But the only thing that wasn't getting power was the ECM. And I noticed also, usually when you turn on your ignition, you can hear the fuel pump run for about a second or two, and you can hear the injectors squirt some gas in the dang on cylinders. Well, not yeah, in the cylinder, so I can get ready to fire up. It purge, you know what I'm saying? So I noticed when I turned on the ignition, I didn't get no fuel pump, I didn't get no injector, nothing. So I did a little research. They were saying it could be a bad ECM or it could be an IPDM. So like I said, I was doing a lot of guesswork. I ordered both of them off eBay, and just so happened the ECM came first. I hooked it up, nothing. Fans kept running in the fans kept running in the engine department, and also I didn't get no signal from the obd2 port. So finally, a week later, the IPDM box came in. This is nothing but a fuse box, and I just hooked this thing up. And when I went inside and hit the ignition key, the first thing I listened for was these fans. I knew if these fans didn't come on, we got connection, baby. And when I hooked it up, the fans didn't come on, and I heard the fuel pump prime for about a second or two, and I knew that ECM got power, baby. It got power. It's getting signal, and I hear fuel pump. So, you know, I stepped on that brake, boy, and I pushed that ignition button, just waiting for it to purr like a kitten. And I'm gonna show y'all right now. I think I got everything still hooked up. It's running, man. I got this thing to run. So, you know, step on the brake, push the button. Look at that. We back in business now. So that's just for a heads up. If you ever got a Nissan or Infiniti G35 Titan, I don't care what it is, man, and you can't get no link on your obd2 port, and your fans is running every time you turn on the ignition box, IPDM. Check that fuse box under the hood over there. More than likely, that's gonna be your problem. I've did some research. Some people were saying it didn't help them, but it helped me. Okay. So it's either a bad ECM or IPDM. I want to thank y'all for watching my video. It's just a glorious day, and I feel like dancing. Shot, go! Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Good God Almighty. Oh, thank you, Jesus. We give him praise, glory, and honor. My mind goes